Hi YouTubers, welcome back to another episode of Malcontent Corner, the corner where I hope to enlighten your lives by sharing with you things I've learned in the daily walk of mine. If you subscribe to my channel and watched any videos, you'll know it's been several months since I've made a video, probably a little bit over 6, and for that I am truly sorry. My goal is to try to produce content for you folks on a more regular basis. However, there's been some events that happened in my life, and because of that I tried making several videos before this, but I could not verbalize what I wanted to in a family-friendly way. You'll have to forgive me for that. I know my own failings. But I am at a point where I'm like, okay, I need to produce a video for those of you that subscribed and kind of give you a State of the Union address. So, here's all that's been going on. Starting the first of the year, I was involved in a car accident. My Ford Explorer, which I absolutely loved, unfortunately is no longer with us. A gentleman ran a red light and I ended up T-boning him at a busy intersection. In fact, here's a picture of my car a few days after the accident. As you can see, it is trashed. At this point, it's already been taken to the salvage yard. Now, the bad part is, obviously, I lost my Explorer. Another bad part is the driver himself was an illegal alien. So, no English, no driver's license, no insurance. In fact, it wasn't even his car, it was his buddy's car, and there's no insurance on that. So, you know, this unfortunately is falling all on my insurance. Now, thankfully, I have good insurance. I have the max I can get without going to an umbrella policy. And we need that because my wife was injured in this car accident. I was injured a little bit too, nothing too serious, banged up, bumps, bruises. I had a good burn on my arm from the airbag that deployed. I also ended up with a pretty good bruise on my knee, I think from when the car shifted over from the accident. However, unfortunately, when I yelled out that this gentleman wasn't stopping and took evasive actions, my wife brought her arm up and I got caught by the airbag and it pretty much messed up her shoulder. So, you know, the first month was just kind of dealing with that, dealing with the insurance company, you know, the whole 9 yards. Now, the police did show up. They cited this guy for everything from lack of a driver's license to no insurance. But unfortunately, you know, the ramifications of that I'm still dealing with to this very day and will be into the future. More on that in a hot second. Now, we're lucky that this was not a mass casualty event, and that's part of the saving grace here. The reason why I say that is the intersection that we collided at is a busy intersection. There's usually a lot of vehicles there and a lot of pedestrians on the sidewalk. Now, I maintained my lane, but I changed directions going from north to east. The driver of the other car, however, ended up on the northeast sidewalk. Knock on wood, thank God, nobody was standing there, because if there was, odds are there wouldn't have been any time for somebody to get out of the way and they could have gotten severely injured or even killed by this clown. So knock on wood, there was nobody else involved in the accident other than the three of us, myself, my wife, and the other driver. Now, the first month was taken kind of, you know, trying to help my wife out because she was, again, she's a left dominant or southpaw, if you will, and she couldn't do anything with her left arm at all. In fact, she is still very limited because after a few months of PT and massage therapy and all that, we went into an orthopedic surgeon and well, she's got a torn rotator cuff, long story short. So she will be going into surgery later this summer. Recovery time is estimated to be 6 to 8 weeks in a sling with a 6 to 9 month recovery time overall. So this is easily going to put us into next year. I mean, she's alive, thank God. And unfortunately, she has to go through this. But, well, you know, at least nobody was killed, right? Again, my Ford Explorer is destroyed. It was like losing an old friend at 355,753 miles or something like that on the original engine. So, You know, I mean, it started the year off wrong, very wrong. Now, I tried to make this video several times before, but I was not in a place where I could convey this information in a subdued manner. For the longest time, I would be seething and the venom would come out. No, I'm not going to go, I have PTSD. No, it's nothing like that. But I am just pissed off at the fact that we have, I don't want to get political here, but that we have this mass illegal immigration going on. And that while a lot of people want to enjoy the privileges of being an American, they don't understand that that comes with a responsibility. It's not the 1870s anymore. You can't just show up on the shore and say, I've arrived, and not participate in this grand experiment of a melting pot democracy. So that's as political as I'm going to get on this, but trying to convey that before, yeah, it didn't come out very well. So I know my own limitations, and I'm not trying to make this a political channel. Although I should. They seem to be doing really well, and this channel isn't doing so great. Something to consider. Anyways, it's not like the world has stopped. My Chrysler convertible, which I've done several videos on, in fact, last year I did a timing belt on it. I didn't make a video on that. Decided to spring a leak, and I went out and I noticed there was a puddle of oil underneath it. So checked the dipstick. Sure enough, the car's low on oil. And what happened was, and I learned this because it's a learning process, I did the timing belt. I should have done the cam seals. Cam seals sprung a leak after about 3,000 miles and started drooling oil out of the front of the engine. So all the work I did last year, I had to redo again this year. So I had to pull the whole front end of the car, or the front portion of the engine apart. I will kind of show you, you know, what it all entails, but obviously, as I said before, it's real finicky work, and I can't do the video justice. But I did actually learn some tips on doing a job like that, which I will share with you. That will be an upcoming video. I also had to do a brake job on my GMC pickup truck, so I want to cover that with you. And again, this isn't going to necessarily be a, hey, how's it done? But just kind of some information that I found in the process of doing this. I also picked up a new toy, and I want to do a video on that as well. So rest assured, I will have some new content for you coming up here over the course of the next several weeks. I want to cover it for you and kind of show you some of the things I have been working on. So that is all that has been going on in a nutshell without getting too far in the weeds. For those of you that have subscribed and have hung in there with me, I do appreciate you doing such. For those of you who have not subscribed, please take a moment to subscribe. I am trying very hard to become a YouTube influencer, and it's a slow road. Again, maybe I should get into politics. I don't know. But anyways, regardless of whether you have subscribed or not, I thank you very much for taking a few minutes to listen to me here. Don't give up on me, folks. I will have some new content for you coming up here in the not too distant future. So until that time, please take care of yourselves. Tell your loved ones that you love them, and we'll see you back again here in the not too distant future. So until that time, take care. Ciao.